All right. Looks like we're diving into Move to Awesome Life today.
Yeah, tons of pages here.
You sent us a lot to unpack.
Definitely a lot.
Playlists, 1-minute life boosts, they call them.
Right.
Well-being. Some pretty philosophical stuff.
Yeah.
Even a sci-fi story or two in the mix.
It's interesting how they get into some heavy stuff like political instability, economic uncertainty.
Right.
But it always comes back to like this optimistic idea that we can make things better, both for ourselves and the world.
Like individuals can make a difference.
Yeah, exactly.
They even say this, Move to Awesome Life.
Right.
It's maximum taken off globally, whatever that means.
Well, they tie that to the rise of digital health and AI. They actually point out that something like 1 billion people are using digital health tech.
Wow.
And another 1 billion interacting with AI every day.
It's true. I guess we all use AI now.
All the time.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
So they seem to believe that technology, especially like digital health and AI, could be a powerful force for good.
Yeah, for positive change. And they're really interested in how certain countries like New Zealand, Australia, and they call it urbanish Britain, Ireland.
I like that, urbanish.
Yeah, they're incorporating well-being into their policies, strategies.
Yeah, they called out New Zealand specifically for its well-being budget.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I'm not really sure what that means.
So basically, instead of just focusing on economic indicators, like, GDP and all that.
Usual stuff.
Yeah, New Zealand's government actually frames their annual budget around well-being goals.
Interesting.
So they're looking at mental and physical health,
Okay.
social connection, even environmental sustainability when making policy decisions.
So it's like a more holistic way to govern.
Exactly. Recognizing that economic growth alone doesn't necessarily mean a good life for people.
Makes sense.
They're really trying to create a society where people can thrive in all aspects of life.
It's funny, they highlight this company from New Zealand,
Oh, yeah?
the Awesome Inc., as a source for some of their more unconventional, let's say, life hacks.
Yeah, they actually suggest products from the Awesome Inc. in their, advanced life hack strategies.
Interesting.
They're all about these 1-minute life boosts.
Right.
But it's not just, quick tips and tricks. Yeah. It's connected to this whole philosophy.
Okay.
That small intentional actions, even using things like downtime dice.
Downtime dice.
Can create a ripple effect.
Oh, I see.
On your well-being.
Okay, so little things can lead to big changes. That's the idea?
Yeah.
And they even suggest combining these products with something totally unexpected.
Right.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
What's the connection there?
Well, they see a parallel between the journey to awesome life and the themes in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Both emphasize this journey towards a better place.
Right, yeah.
Sort of laid-back tone, they say. And an escape from the constant, buzz of technology.
So they want you to ditch your smartphone and curl up with a good book.
It's not quite that simple.
Okay.
Remember, they're also huge proponents of digital health and AI.
Right.
So it seems like they're acknowledging that tension we all experience with technology, how it can be both beneficial
for sure
and overwhelming.
Definitely.
At the same time.
So maybe it's about finding that balance, when to embrace technology and when to step away.
Exactly. They talk about avoiding information overload, finding peace in a pre-smartphone world.
Right.
But then they highlight AI as a potential driver of positive change.
It's almost like they're contradicting themselves.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
They even say products from the Awesome Sync and the Lord of the Rings franchise can be inspiring because of their shared characteristics. So
kind of paradoxical.
It is. It makes you think.
Definitely makes you think about how we can navigate this digital age in a way that supports our well-being.
Exactly.
But they don't just focus on technology, right? They talk about all sorts of things.
Right.
Communication, connection, even strong leadership.
They argue that these things contribute to a sense of purpose and belonging, which are essential for a truly awesome life.
So we've established that this website is about more than...
Way more.
Than just life hacks, right?
Yeah.
They're offering
the whole
philosophy.
A way of looking at the world.
Yeah, our place in it.
Exactly.
And it pulls from so many different sources.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Science, tech, art, pop culture.
They even have a whole section.
I know, I saw that.
Dedicated to creative works.
Right.
Where they use comics and music.
Right.
And even animation to explore these ideas about well-being.
Yeah.
And personal growth.
It's like they're creating a movement, almost.
It kind of feels like that.
Yeah, like a community of people who are trying to live more intentionally and create a better future for themselves and for the world.
And if Awesome Life is so personalized, like they say, how do you know you're on the right track?
That's a good question.
That's where their emphasis on self-reflection comes in.
Okay.
They encourage you to regularly check in with yourself and assess your overall well-being. They also really want you to identify your tribe.
Your tribe.
Yeah, your support system.
Gotcha.
And not be afraid to reach out for help.
Right. So it's not just about individual effort.
No.
It's also about connection.
Yeah.
Community.
It's about, having people there for you.
Support.
Exactly. And that community extends beyond just, your immediate circle.
Right.
They talk about contributing to something larger than yourself, making a positive impact on the world.
Right.
They highlight examples like the Blue Zones Project.
Well, yeah.
The well-being economy movement.
But they also suggest that even, like, sharing a happy news story
interesting.
or an uplifting song can contribute to a more positive collective consciousness.
They'd even bring up this 2017 Global Summit.
Yeah, the one hosted by Singularity University.
Right.
They pull out both the positive and negative perspectives from the speakers.
So it's like everything's connected,
It is.
Like our actions, no matter how small, can have a ripple effect.
Exactly.
So it's about personal growth, but also social responsibility, contributing to a better world.
They quote Rob Nail.
Okay.
From the Singularity University Summit, who talks about the anxieties of the modern world, particularly surrounding political instability.
Right. And it makes sense that they bring that up because a lot of their definition of awesome life seems so personal. But they balance it out.
They do.
With quotes from the summit organizers who talk about all the exciting potential.
Potential of technology to solve global problems, create a better future.
Exactly.
And he quotes Salim Ismail, who says, we're starting to get there.
It's like they're saying, yes, there are challenges, but there's also hope.
Yeah.
And we have a role to play in shaping the future.
So it's about recognizing the problems, but not giving up.
Not at all.
Yeah, I think that's what makes their approach so interesting,
Yeah, it's compelling.
They're not sugarcoating anything.
Right.
But they're also not like doom and gloom.
No.
They're offering a path forward, a way to deal with all this stuff.
A way to navigate these complexities, yeah.
And still create a life that is good for you and contributes to a better world.
It's interesting that they never actually define awesome life.
That's true, they do.
They talk about its characteristics, well-being, balance, purpose.
Right.
But they leave the ultimate interpretation up to you.
That's what makes it so empowering, don't you think?
I think so.
It's like, here's the framework. Here's some tools.
Here's some inspiration.
Go and figure it out.
Yeah, go create your own version.
Of an awesome life.
Exactly.
So it's not a destination.
No.
It's a journey.
A journey.
Okay. So we've gotten a sense of the big picture, but let's
dive into the specifics.
What are some of the concrete steps?
Right. Like, how do you actually do this?
Yeah. How do you move towards this awesome life?
Well, they offer a lot of different suggestions.
Yeah.
But they seem especially interested in the power of music.
Let's explore that in part 2 of our deep dive.